Hey guys, this will serve as the overview for the week of December 9th. Just a reminder, we have our holiday party this week. If you have not yet RSVP'd, please do so. We're going to be catering some food. We have a $30 white elephant. So come out, bring some friend, family. It's going to be a good time. On Monday, we're going to start out with front squats from the floor. 3 sets of 10 at 55 to 65% of your 1 rep max clean. Okay, just record each set. If you're unsure of what that percentage is or what that weight is, you're just going to choose something that's fairly, it shouldn't be super challenging for 10. We should move it pretty consistently, good range of motion, and just work on just keeping tension on the bar. Not a lot of pausing between reps, just trying to move through it consecutively. Now, that's going to happen at 0. At the 2, so we're going every other minute back and forth here. We're going to do a gymnastic pulling set, and this is going to be a skill. So we can go bar muscle up, chest to bar, pull-ups, or strict pull-ups, or ring rows. Any of those are going to be good options. And so you have 3 sets of those. So we're doing a set after we do the front squat from the floor. With the gymnastic pulling, guys, really just focusing on a high-quality set, and, we can push volume, but I would try to be not having a huge drop-off from the first set. It's not an absolute one rep or, set max. Try to think about it as being like the highest quality set you can hit, and then you're just trying to repeat it, all right? This is a good time to really practice the skill and be able to get it in. And a good set, okay? So if you're working on bar muscle ups, work on them. If you can only do like 1 or 2, you could hit a couple sets. Just try to contain it to 1 minute before you, and then we get a minute rest going back into the front squat. After that, we have 15 minutes to complete. It's just going to be some posterior chain strength work. So we have 10 reps on the clean grip RDL at 100% of A. So like whatever you're hitting on this front squat, we're probably going to be around there for the clean grip RDLs. This is a positional RDL though, so we do need to stay starting in the high hang position of the clean. We're sending our hips back, keeping the bar close, and thinking of it being very positional to the clean. So that means your knees can go forward once you get below the knee, and then they shoot back up. Not necessarily a deadlift. So you are looking at this as clean grip, positional RDL. Now, once you finish that, you're going to do 20 alternating dumbbell front squats, or reverse lunges in the front rack. Okay, so just alternating legs for 10 total. And just rest as needed between those movements. We have 15 minutes to get it done. Plenty of time. All right, on Tuesday, we have on the 6 minutes for 5 sets, 18 and 15 cal row, 6 toes to bar, 12 handstand push-ups, 6 toes to bar, and then 18 and 15 cal row. Now, we are going to record the time for each of these sets, okay? So you're going to record the time each time you do this. And the goal is to hit the same time for each set. RX Plus is going to be strict handstand push-ups. When we look at this, guys, is like, coming out at if you think like you're going to be closer to the 4-minute mark regardless, I actually think you want to pace a little bit. If you have to sprint to be 4 minutes, then that's not really going to be very good for you, because if you can't at least get a 1-to-1 rest if you're pushing at a hard pace, then just back it down to more closer to an 80% and try to get it closer to 4 minutes, and then just hold the time the entire time. If you have handstand push-ups, but maybe the 12 is like, you can do that and shouldn't take more than 2 or 3 sets, then just back the number down, okay, because it is 5 sets at 60 total, but even backing that down to 7 to 10, 6 to 10 is still going to be good volume today. So minimum of 6 handstand push-ups today would be good. And if you're really just working on strength and you want to have want to work on just a more basic version of the press, the dip is a great option. You could do ring dips, or you can do matador dips here, or box dips. Any of the dips are going to be fine today. Again, the whole goal here is just repeatability, pushing in intensity with a little bit of the gymnastic skill. All right, on Wednesday, we're going to open up with a 50-foot per side single arm kettlebell carry, front rack carry. So we're going to be up in the front rack here. And with that is just like you want to make sure you just stay braced. And we'll get that loading. Sorry, let's fix this. You get a little bit of loading here, like unilateral loading, but we're really working on this, the frontal plane, okay? So keeping that tight, walking straight up, not leaning. 50 foot one way, 50 foot the other way, and then you're going into 20 seconds of arch rocks or arch ups off of the floor, just working on some core and mobility, or just core strengthening work with the carry and the arch holds, or the arch ups. And then we have 5 rounds for time, 20 air squats, 15 kettlebell swings, and 10 burpee box jump overs. For fitness, we are going to do 10 burpee plate jump overs. So you just do a burpee, hop over a plate, just having some sort of jumping component where you're moving back and forth. On this one, guys, really a steady workout. The time is really lost there on the burpees, so, kind of use the air squat and the kettlebell swings as like your pacer. You're running those at whatever pace you can do to then turn around and do 10 burpees quickly, but without blowing up, moving on to the next round. On Thursday, we are going hang snatch plus overhead squat on the 2 minutes for 5 sets, 3 hang snatches, and then 3 overhead squats. Now, this is building, or you can keep it at the same weight depending on where you feel you are, and you can also do a power or a squat snatch on that first piece, okay? I would say if you're very new to it, just work on the power, stick with the power, and then hit the squats. Now, for fitness, we're going to be going hang power snatches times 3 on the 2 minutes for 5 sets, and then you just complete either, 8 to 10 therapy squats, like so we have that squat therapy on the wall with our hands up working on thoracic extension, or you could even do an overhead squat with a light barbell or PVC pipe, just really challenging the range of motion. For the fitness today, it's really just about kind of getting the skill and pushing the range of motion on the overhead squat, and where the performance is where if you're starting to feel more confident with the overhead squat, you're going to be able to hit those in this complex. After that, we have an EMOM, 16 minutes. First minute is going to be 6 touch and go power snatches at 70 to 80% of the first part of this, right? So you're just going to kind of like have that rep range or that weight be pretty close to that. 6 touch and go is a pretty good chunk here. So just make sure you're keeping, you're not having the feet jump out. You don't have to move the feet a ton. Just keep it light if you have to just move the barbell well. All right. And if we have to go from the hang here, we go from the hang. On the second minute, we have 12 unbroken wall balls, and we can kind of push the weight, whatever we can here. So you can look at, going up to the 30 and 20 if you want to, but just pushing the weight here, pushing the height, challenging yourself to whatever is tough for you for 12. And then on the third minute, we have bike erg. So bike erg calories. When we look at this, you're going to record the lowest number on your bike in the first minute. We're going to record all of them, but you really want to have them all be the same. So we want to try to push all the same for each set. So that's what we kind of look at, like, hey, what's your slowest time? But just work on this, be a push that full minute. You get a minute rest, and we're doing that again. So 4 total rounds here. And again, the fitness is going to be hang power snatches for that first minute. On Friday, we're getting some bench press in, and we're moving into the bench press a little bit. Going to start seeing that come back. We have time 6 on the 2.5 minutes for 5 sets, building to a 6 rep max. After that, we have 50 double unders, 21 shoulder overhead, 50, 15, 50, 9, 50, and 6. We're going to go dumbbells for fitness. We have barbells for a performance. Top target here, sub 4 minutes. I think it's going to be tough to be in the 4 minutes, I should say. It's probably going to be tough, but I think it's a good goal if you can go unbroken and push it. RX plus, we can go up in weight. We're really going to be able to just work on the volume. You should be able to hit the double unders pretty much unbroken, and then you're just pushing to like your cycle rate on the shoulder to overhead. If you're looking at what weight to use, or do I go heavier or lighter, I would say you don't necessarily have to, but you should be able to go 21 unbroken if you really had to. And if the weight's heavier than that, you can just scale the weight from the get-go and then try to hit 2 to 3 sets on each of these. On Saturday, we have a 20-minute AMRAP, teams of 2, 200-meter run together, 20 strict pull-ups, 200-meter run together, and then 20 dumbbell box step overs, just holding the dumbbells to the side. And again, just dividing up the work, just moving steady, getting some good strict pull-ups in, just finishing off the week. All right, guys, we look forward to seeing you guys at the Christmas party. Let's get after it.